Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this bubu dress with a double drawstring detail in front. If this is what you would like to know more about, keep watching and let's get started. My fabric is folded into 4. That means we are cutting the front and the back together. And I'll be using this paper to explain how I folded my fabric. I first folded it into 2 like this. Then I folded a second time. This is exactly how I folded my fabric. It is folded into 4. We are cutting the front and the back together. And at the top of the fabric is where we will use as our starting line. So now let's jump right into the cutting. I'll start by marking the shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus ½ inch allowance. The next thing I'll be marking is the neck width. I'll be using a neck width of 5 inches. After marking the neck width, I'll go ahead and mark the neck depth. For the back, I'll use a neck depth of 1 inch, while for the front, I'll be using a neck depth of 3 inches. I'll come in with my curved ruler and connect the neckline for both the front and the back. The next thing I'll be marking is from the shoulder to 2 inches above my knee measurement. For instance, if your knee measurement is 36, 2 inches above the knee measurement will be 34. So mine is 36 and 2 inches above my knee measurement is 34. So that is what I'm marking now. On the same knee line, I'll be marking the hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2½ inches allowance for ease. So you divide your hip measurement by 4 and you add 2½ inches allowance for ease. Then you add your 1 inch sewing allowance. Then on the shoulder line, I'll determine the length of my sleeve. For me, the sleeve length I want is 12 inches. So from that place we'll mark our shoulder measurement. I will mark 12 inches. I'll come down from that point by 9 inches and that will be for the sleeve opening. The next thing I'll be doing is to connect that point at the sleeve opening to the knee line. So I'll connect that point from the sleeve opening with my free hand to the knee line. I am coming down by 2 inches here for the shoulder slant and I'll connect it back into the neckline. Once I'm done with that, I'll mark the 9 inches sleeve opening again. The full length of this dress is 60 inches. I will have to shift this dress up a little bit so that I can complete the length of the dress. The camera cannot capture the whole length of the dress at a time, so now I'm shifting it up a little bit so that we can complete the length of the dress. So yeah, I'm marking the full length of 60 inches now. And the width I'll be using at the down part is also the one I used at the knee line. So the same measurement I have on the knee line is what I'll also be using at the down part. And once I'm done connecting the lines, I'll make sure I don't have any sharp corner at that knee line. I'll come in with my free hand now and curve it in. I don't want a sharp end. I don't want a sharp corner, it has to be curved. So that is what I'm doing now. I'll cut it out now so that we can separate the back from the front. I'll use the back neckline to cut both out first. Then once I'm done, I'll separate the two of them and cut out the front neckline. Make sure you notch your sleeve opening so that you can know exactly where the sleeve opening stops. This sleeve opening doesn't have to be 9 inches, depending on how wide you want your sleeve opening to be. You can use 7 inches or even 8 inches, depending on how wide you want it to be. Now I am separating the front from the back and I have my front piece here now. I'll cut out the neckline. And once I'm done cutting, I'll work on the front drawstring details. The drawstring in front is a double drawstring. So now you come down from the shoulder to your waistline, or you can even come up 1 inch above your waistline. That means if your shoulder to waist measurement is 16, you can do 15 or 16. For me, I marked 16 inches. So, and the width I'll be using at that point is the waist measurement divided by 4 plus 5 inches. The waist measurement divided by 4 plus 5 inches. My front part is folded into 2 now. So I'm marking the waist measurement divided by 4 plus 5 inches. And I'll mark the same thing on the other side. When I open it up, what I'll be having is the waist measurement divided by 2 plus 10 inches allowance. This is it after opening the front part up, and I went ahead to cut out this long piece of fabric. The length I cut out is the length we measured out on the dress earlier, and the width I cut out is 4 inches. We'll be folding the top and bottom of this long piece I cut out, and at the end of the day we'll be left with 3 inches. So now this is how I'll be folding it on top of the line we created earlier. You can go ahead and first iron the top and bottom of that long piece we cut out first, so that it stays flat. Then you place it on the line and stitch it down. We are going to be running 3 stitches on this piece of fabric. Once you place it down on the line like this, you run a stitch at the edge, at the center, and at the down part. That is what we are going to be doing now. This is it after I was done running the 3 stitches I told you about. I'm using the matching thread, so I don't know if you can see it clearly. I have 3 lines on this piece, at the top, center, and at the bottom. But the 2 ends are opened so that we can be able to fix in the rope. I'll place the back on the front now, right sides facing each other, and go ahead and run a stitch on the shoulder. This is after joining the shoulder, and I went ahead to iron it. So guys, after joining the shoulders, go ahead and iron yours too. Then I went ahead to cut out this piece of fabric. It is 1.5 inches width, and this is what I'll be using to pipe the neckline. I'll be using this to pipe the neckline. Once I'm done piping the neckline, I'll go ahead and fold in the sleeve opening. I'll fold in 1/2 inch twice, and I'll do the same thing to the other sleeve opening, and I'll show you what to do next. This is what the neckline is looking like now after piping it. And also I fold in the sleeve opening, and I also went ahead to close the sides. So I later used 7 inches for my sleeve opening, and I've closed the sides too. What is left for me to do now is to fold in the ends of the dress, the hem. So I'll just fold it in twice too, 1/2 inch first and another 1/2 inch. That is what I'll be doing to the hem. The last thing to do now is to finish up with the drawstring detail. The length I cut out is 60 inches, and I have 2 of it, and the width is 1.5 inches. I'll go ahead now to the sewing machine, and I'll fold it in so that we can get a rope, and I'll come back and I'll fix it into the casing. I am going to use my safety pin now to fix in the rope into the casing. Guys, I'm going to recommend that for this style, you can use a silk fabric or a light fabric like a Duchess satin. because the softer the fabric is, the better the style comes out. For me, I used a crepe and I felt I could have used a silk fabric or a Duchess satin. So guys, if you are trying to make yours, make sure you go for a lighter fabric. At this point, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video. This is what we have now. I'll go ahead and put it on the body form so that you can see exactly how the style came out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Will you be creating yours? If yes, let me know in the comment section. Please guys, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.